Hello and welcome to part one of Statistical Methods in Psychology. My name is Dr. Christopher Agard and I'll be your instructor for this course. In this video, I'll give you an introduction, brief one, of who I am. We'll talk a little bit about what the goals of the course are, and then I'll give you some thoughts on how I think you can be successful in this course. I'm a behavioral ecologist by training, and I specialize in lizard behavior. But I also have over 10 years of experience as a data scientist in educational assessment and in small business. I'm a graduate of Howard University through their biology department, although I also spent some time in their classics department learning about classical civilizations. I also currently mentor undergraduate students in research, and I've taught undergraduates and graduates in statistics in multiple universities. After completing this course, you should be able to identify appropriate statistical analyses. You should also be able to perform basic descriptive and inferential statistics and understand the relationship between study design and data analysis. Those basic statistical operations, you should be able to perform those using the most recent version of SPSS. And you should also demonstrate the ability to communicate the results of statistical analysis. In addition to all of those things, when you complete this course, I'd like for you to have a greater appreciation for the power and potential that statistics hold. I'd like for you to begin to think more critically about statistical analyses that appear in peer-reviewed studies, news publications, and public documents. I'd also like for you to begin to consider your own professional and ethical responsibilities as they relate to your knowledge of statistics. In order to be successful in this course, I want you to think of learning statistics like learning a new language. For any spoken language, you have to actually speak it in order to get fluent. You have to engage with it outside of the classroom. The same is true for statistics. In part, that's why we give you these homeworks and quizzes, so that you can engage with the lecture material outside of a lecture context. But you should also consider how you use statistics in your daily life and other ways that you can engage. You could evaluate news stories and how they use statistics and see whether or not, based on your understandings from this class, you agree with those approaches, or you would make different decisions about how to use statistics and whether to use statistics. Think about your peer-reviewed publications. You could really interrogate them more thoroughly now through the lens of the statistics that we've learned in this class. Books can also be a really helpful tool for helping you to engage outside of the classroom. Books like Stephen Jay Gould's Mismeasure of Man and Robert Guthrie's Even the Rattler Was White put statistics into a social context and helps us to understand the challenges that human bias has on research. In addition, it also helps us to understand the lasting impacts of those decisions. Lastly, I want you to get help early, and I want you to get help often. Whenever you think that you might be unclear about a particular topic, reach out. Use statistics, reach out to me over email or to your TA, Janet. Let us know where you're struggling or where you're unsure so that we can help you gain the clarity and understanding that you need. Don't wait until you know you don't understand something. The moment you don't understand it or think you don't understand it, you should be reaching out to us. In the next video, we will begin our discussion of the basics of statistics. We'll introduce and define statistics, and then we'll explain what we will and will not cover in this course. I make no apologies for the dad joke.